Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you guys who know me, hey, and for everyone who's new, you'll get to know me too. Alright, so I've been getting questions. Why aren't you dropping more videos? When are you going to drop more videos? Can you drop this video? Listen, I'm sitting on some fire heat. As you guys have already seen with my previous videos that were just completely free tips. So if you don't share my material, which is what I pretty much asked for you guys to do, I'm not really paying attention to dropping more videos for you guys. I already know how to trade, you know, so if you want me to drop more videos, you have to share them, you have to subscribe, you have to like the content. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people who's trying to keep the information for themselves and not share it for other traders who might need the info, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm gonna keep it, or I'm gonna try to go back and reteach the concept and don't fully understand it. So you got to like, share, and subscribe, okay? Anyways, we're gonna get straight into this right now. We're gonna go over the TDI, okay? I don't use the TDI the same way a lot of people use the TDI, okay? I hear people say things like, oh, the TDI repaints. No, it doesn't, because that's like you saying the RSI repaints, okay? It doesn't repaint. This indicator is solid and fire, okay? You can use it strictly to trade. If you like, you can use it to trade binary options if you want to. Basically trading for time, not based on price and pips. Or you can trade it like we trade it in, you know, forex and crypto. Okay, so let me go ahead and write this out for you guys so you can understand what's what. I think this should be big enough. Okay. All right, let's see. We have the VB bands, that's the volatility bands. Those are light blue. Well, any color you would like, but mine are light blue. That's going to signify the high and low. Okay. Maybe I should do this. Top, VB, high, bottom, VB, low. Okay. Okay, we're doing the next one. RSI. That's my lime green. We're gonna call that price, the 8 candles. Okay. The next one is called the signal line. That's typically red. Mine is yellow. And it's yellow because this represents typically the 5 EMA. Okay. The next one we have would be called the market baseline. And in my situation, it's pink or, you know, red. And that's going to be the 13 EMA. Okay. So this would be the high and low. This would be price. This would be the 5 EMA and the 13 EMA. Okay. We're going to add one more. So that's the 50 line here in this range. That's going to be the 50 EMA. Okay. So high and low, price, 5 EMA, 13 EMA, and 50 EMA. Okay. That's what we're gonna call that. All right. So that's how I typically look at my TDI as. I don't look at my TDI as honestly as anything else, to be honest with you. Now, you're going to have entry signals for both sales and buys in the TDI, no matter if you're doing an uptrend or a downtrend trade. It doesn't matter. You're going to have them for both. And most people consider the entries when the 5 and the 13 EMA cross, which is the signal line and the RSI. Okay. So typically what you want to look for is you would usually have a a high or a low, or anchors as we call them, formed if you're going to be selling to the left top or outside of the band would be the left top area. You highlight that. So there's your anchor for this trade. For your buys, you'll typically have them on the left bottom of the VB band, right? Because we trade from left to right, okay? We look back to the left to move to the right. So everything is going to happen from the left, okay? So as you can see, you have a high here. This is the 15-minute time frame. So this is the high of Thursday, and this is the low of Thursday, okay? That's the low, right? Okay, so that's the plainest and simplest way to look at it, all right? Of course, you see you have pullbacks signified from price to the 5 EMA in here, okay? Here as well. And actually, let's box this one off too, because this would be also the high for Friday, and this is the low. It didn't even come back near yesterday's low, but this is the low. So I'm just gonna keep this one what it is. I can mark it in TDI for you to see it, but that is the low. Okay. As you know, the numbers we use for our TDI, let me pull this up. As far as the measurements here, 80, 68, 63, 52, 50, 48, 37, 32, and 20, okay? Those are your, pretty much your overbought and oversold numbers, pretty much. Obviously 50 is that, 52 to 48 is that medium range. That's your 50 EMA area. These will be your highs here. These will be your lows, okay? So what you always want to look for in TDI and to price action, okay? Divergent, okay, listen, divergence, and hidden divergence. And this goes for bearish and bullish, okay? Actually, let me add one more, because these are well, that's still a part of divergence. So you have about 3 different types of divergence for each type type of divergence for just regular divergence and hidden divergence. So I'm not going to get into much too details on everything else, but this is what I look for. Okay, divergence and hidden divergence. That's what I'm looking for in TDI. Okay, I'm not looking for these two to cross. All right, I'm looking for this hidden divergence. Now, obviously, when you see these sharp angles, that means that was a very, very, very powerful move to a low or a high. Okay, so pretty much I don't think I need to switch between a bullish and bearish pair like I typically do with this, because I have an example here already from a bearish move and a bullish move of how you can see what's going on in TDI. I can maybe zoom out a bit for you guys and box off that high and that low. Oh, let me just copy them. So there's my low. As you can see, there's divergence because that's also my low. So here it's higher, it's lower here and higher there. Let's go back and get another low. There's that high. Can you see my triangle? There it is. All right. So let's do a couple more. There's that low. As you can see here, they're equal. More divergence. And there's that. Oh, I didn't want that big, but let's just grab it anyway. I like that pattern. And there's the high. Okay, so I promise you this is going to help you with identifying your highs and lows as well, because that's all we trade in forex. It's higher highs and higher lows and lower lows and lower highs and equal highs and lows. Okay, if you know basic market structure, that's what we trade. Honestly, you pretty much would be able to also measure your continuations, or like if you should stay in the trade or not. So for example, here, I'm just saying this trade, I'm not interested in exiting out of this. For one, all this space here, rejection off this high, and my 13 EMA is way down here and my 50 is too. So that means I got some space before I hit any of these EMAs. So as you can see, we plowed through that 50. We're now below the 50. Here we are below the 50. And everything's pointing down, and we're just, oh, this just froze. Everything's pulling down, and we're pretty much just pulling back to. So as you can see here, we're now below the 50 EMA. Okay, we're also below the 200 and the 800. So, you know, we're looking for down moves. But anyway, we came off this high, super came off that high, pulled below the 13 EMA. That's the 13 EMA. We pulled below the 50. And so now all I'm doing is looking for pullbacks to the 5 EMA for this small area to get back in for more sales. Okay. So if you're wondering like, oh, well, how do I hold this trade for the whole day? Well, this is the Asian session. That's the high. London, we kept going down. Here's New York. Most likely we're going to continue going down. This is giving you downward action, and so is this, you know. So let's change time frames. All my mess is going to be on here still. Yeah, it is. But I just wanted you to see, okay. This is 3 weeks. So we're going to call this pretty much, that's the low there. And that's from, wow, that's a quarter. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 months. And there's your high. All this divergence, that's your high there. That is the highest point of the TDI right there. So let me tighten this a bit. If I can click on it. Anyways, it's right there. This little point. Okay, that's the official high. But all of this would be considered the high as well. It's just breaking it, you know, dragging it, extreme divergence pretty much. Okay, that's why. So that's officially your high. This is all pretty much level 3 anchor behavior, pretty much. That's dragging for some time now. Let's see. So you can see there. Well, that's because it was an H4 move. So you can see there you have your low officially. Divergent low, but there's your low and there's your high. Okay, you see exactly where it is. 13, 5 priced in the 5 crossed, and then the 13 in the 5 crossed, and then we crossed above the 50 EMA and we're moving. Okay, so that is pretty much the best way to look at the TDI. Okay, I hope this video helps. I'm so happy that you guys have been sending me your results based on my video, and I'm pleased that it's been helping you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much head out. My Telegram links are in the comment section below, the description section. So for those of you guys that have been asking, it's there in every single video. Okay, well, thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to share my content. Of course, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like everything as well. Thank you so much, and may you have a blessed trading journey.